Hey everyone, I am Anthony Scott at ToyHypeUSA.com. Today we are reviewing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, Pirate Bebop, and Pirate Rocksteady figures from NECA Toys. I would like to thank NECA for providing this 2-pack along for review. Greatly appreciate that. These figures are based on the classic early 90s arcade game Turtles in Time, and they come with the classic 8-bit deco, just as you'll remember from the game. The packaging on this is a window box, which you see here. The artwork is very similar consistently throughout the Turtles in Time run. So we've seen a bunch of other characters such as Shredder, Krang, the Turtles, Slash, Leatherhead, just to name a few foot soldiers. So the packaging is basically consistent with those. And of course, the side of the box, which you see here, has some artwork inspired from the game. Very cool. And the other side is the same with that. The back of the box gives you a look at the figures in artwork inspired from the arcade game, including a number of poses, and a look at other figures that are also available right now from the Turtles in Time arcade game, including the 4 Turtles, Shredder, the Foot, which were all originally offered as San Diego exclusives, I think 2016, before being offered as single packaged. But on Leonardo, you see the water sled here, so that's what the images are showing. It also shows Leatherhead, Slash, and Baxter Stockman, all of which were also single packaged. So what I'm going to do now is open this up and let's take a closer look. Here's a look at the plastic tray of Pirate Bebop and Rocksteady along with their accessories. Right behind them are the 4 interchangeable hands each. So each figure comes with 3 sets of interchangeable hands. Here's a look at that plastic tray. Here's your in-hand look at Pirate Rocksteady and Bebop from the Turtles in Time game. The Turtles fought them on the pirate ship, and the figures feature the 8-bit deco that's been consistently offered throughout the line. They also feature phenomenal likenesses from the game, and as you can see, incredible amount of detail here. There's a look at the side of Bebop. Rocksteady is a pirate captain, while Bebop is the first mate. If you remember from the classic cartoon series, they're both pretty much dim-witted, so it's hard to imagine who would be smart enough to be the captain. But in this case, Rocksteady is, and I think they did a very nice job on these figures. You'd see the 8-bit shading through and through, especially on the pants, the shirt, the arms, basically throughout the sculpts. Bebop includes the necklace, which you see here. Let's bring that in a little bit closer. So he comes in his white and red striped shirt, a purple vest, black pants, black shoes, and these shoulder pads, which you see here. His chains on his wrists, they are sculpted and definitely not as fragile as the classic cartoon offering. That one broke pretty easily for a lot of people. Here's a look at the back. You see the 8-bit deco on there as well. The head sculpt, the shades lift up, and I did not originally know that. I don't remember them announcing that. I don't remember seeing that online. So when this happened, my finger hit it by accident earlier on, and that was definitely a nice surprise for me. They've never done a Bebop figure. Well, no one's ever done a Bebop figure with shades that can be lifted up, and they can also be removed. So that's definitely a great option. However, if you remove them, you'll have the holes on the sides of the head. So my recommendation is just to leave it on and lift it up. He also comes with a pirate cap, which you see right on top of here, which is red and white striped, just like the shirt. Here's a look at the other side. The jaw is also hinged, so you can open and close it, as shown. As I just stated, Rocksteady is the pirate captain, and you see the pirate captain hat on top of his head there, where sometimes you would see a pirate's skull with bones on the top of the hat. That was replaced with the foot symbol, which is in red right there. And the hat is also made of a soft plastic on the front and back here. The outfit includes a brown jacket, brown pants, just different shades. And of course, he's got the 8-bit deco throughout the sculpt. He also has a white shirt with the gray 8-bit deco, yellow shoulder pads, which you see here, and a yellow scarf with the brown and yellow 8-bit deco. Underneath the shirt here is some sort of black undershirt. Turning him around. On his back, you see a couple of buttons there and some more 8-bit deco. You also see his ears poking through the sides of the hat. Head sculpt, phenomenally done. Just look at all that great attention to detail, especially the 8-bit deco shading. And his jaw is also hinged, however, it doesn't stay closed the way that Bebop's does. This just kind of opens up a little bit on its own, but you can open it more and display it that way. For accessories, Pirate Bebop comes with the whip that includes a wire and soft plastic so you can bend it, move it around, and I'm going to show you that, as well as 3 sets of interchangeable hands, 1 closed-fisted, as you've seen come inside the packaging, 1 open grip, and 1 open hand. Here's a look at the accessories that come with Pirate Rocksteady. This includes the sword as they fight the turtles in 1530 on the pirate ship, and 3 sets of interchangeable hands, including the closed-fisted, open grip, and open hands. Here's a look at Pirate, Rocksteady, and Bebop's open grip hands. These hands are the same for both figures, and these are best for grabbing onto a turtle, lifting them up, etc. These are great inclusions for the figures. Deco-wise, they match the head sculpts. Very nicely done. And interestingly enough, the hands, you don't see the 8-bit deco on those, but you do see it on the arms, especially on Bebop there. Here's a closer look at the accessories. Bebop comes with a whip, and Rocksteady comes with the sword. The sword has the 8-bit deco, just as the figures do. However, the whip does not. And that is made of a soft plastic with a wire inside, so you can pose it any way you want. You can bend it, you can pose it as shown. It's a lot of different ways to display them with the whip, which is pretty neat. Here's an example of that. And you can see the wire on the inside. Just a tiny bit. So this is fully posable, a lot of great options to display it. And of course, Rocksteady's sword. It's a bit pointy on the end, so parents, just be aware these figures are not technically not for kids. It's made for us older kids. And here's a closer look. You see the 8-bit deco right there on the sword. Very nicely done. The sword is painted in a light gray. And just to show you the point there. Here's another look at the accessories. You see the length of the whip as well as the sword. Very nicely done. Great attention to detail on these. For the articulation, it's basically standard throughout the line. Both these guys have hinged jaws, ball-jointed heads, ball-hinged shoulders, swivel biceps, double-hinge elbows, swivel-hinge wrists, ball-jointed torsos, and the torso articulation is basically hidden right under here. Ball jointed hips, double hinged knees, hinge and rocker ankles. And don't forget, it's not really a point of articulation, but biceps shades lift up like that. So what do you say we start comparing? Here's a look at Bebop with the other two releases, including the Loot Crate Bunny version and the first release offered in the 2-pack. And speaking of which, I never knew this, but the glasses can lift up on them too. So you learn something new every day. I've had them for several years, and I just realized that now. A little bit embarrassed to admit that, but there's your look at that. Both the shades lift up. They don't lift up on the Bunny Bebop, in case you were wondering. Here's a look at the back side for a comparison. All three unique sculpts. However, all three figures look great. Here's a comparison of Rocksteady. You have Bunny Rocksteady, that was exclusive to Loot Crate. You have Rocksteady on the far right there, which was offered as the 2-pack. And you have the Pirate Rocksteady that's offered in this 2-pack. Comparing the backs. All three versions have their own distinctive likenesses. And NECA has really done a fantastic job capturing each one. Here's a look at Pirate Bebop and Rocksteady along with the Turtles. These Turtles are from the San Diego set, not the individual packages, which I have away right now. But I wanted to give you guys a comparison of these figures. Here's a comparison of them facing forward. As you can see, the Turtles are bright green, while Rocksteady and Bebop have more muted colors. The deco on these figures are just phenomenally done, and Pirate Bebop and Rocksteady look just as good as you'll remember from the game. Here's a comparison of Pirate Bebop and Rocksteady along with the foot soldiers that were also offered in the San Diego pack. Here's a comparison of other Turtles in Time figures released over the years, including Baxter Stockman, Leatherhead, and Slash. And here's a comparison of Pirate Bebop and Rocksteady along with the San Diego version of Shredder. Overall, Pirate Bebop and Rocksteady came out great. Great attention to details, deco. NECA continues to do a fantastic job on this line, and I can't wait to see what else they're working on. Thank you again to NECA Toys for providing this 2-pack along for review. Greatly appreciate that. I am Anthony Scott at toyhypeusa.com. Thank you so much for watching, and happy holidays, everyone.